at the risk of jinxing it, I still have enough memory to do so. Alright. It's about as dissolved as it's going to get. I'll pour it in the new water and I'll leave the salt that's in the bottom there and I'll dump it out later. Now I have a bucket full of treated water. It is ready to go in the tank. I have treated it with the chemicals that I need to treat it with. The ammonia remover, it's basically 3 you want to do. Ammonia remover, dechlorinator, and aquarium salt. Above all else, the chlorinator. You must put that in. There's like definitely no ways around that. Alright, I'm going to scoop up the fresh water in here. And pour it back in the tank. That's what I'm going to do right now. And I like to pour it in slowly. It's still going to jar around some of the stuff I've placed, but I like to pour it in slowly. It helps. So scoop up the water. Pour it in slowly as best I can. I mean, there's fish in the way and decorations. But if it stirs up the gravel, it's going to be a pain to readjust everything. So far so good. Like I said, I have a huge green tote. The green tote that I have is the water that's treated to go back in here. And lost my train of thought. It's the water that's treated to go back in here, and it's a big green tote. So when the water's getting low, and you don't want to dump the whole green tote in the tank, which can be an awkward way to do things, and you don't want to keep scooping with this because it's not going to grab any water, what I do is I dump the green tote into this, and that's how I finish putting the rest of the water in here. And as much as I hate to put my hand in a treated tank, I mean ultimately it's okay, it'll filter out, but that plant that moved around was bugging me, so I had to fix it. And with the filter, the thing with the filter that you need to remember is very important also. The good bacteria I was mentioning before. With good bacteria, you don't want to ever change the filter. They say once a month to change it. You don't ever want to change it until you have like this filter here. I will show you in a second. This filter looks like this. I don't want to take it away from the thing, it'll drip everywhere, but it looks like this. Once you've started a filter, you do not want to throw it away after a month. What you want to do is get a new one, take the old filter, cut off the, I don't know what you would call it, insulation, the white mesh material. You want to cut that off. You want to lay it over the new filter, because after a while the old bacteria from the old filter will transfer to the new, and that way you don't lose any beneficial bacteria. You just transfer it over is all you're doing. It's relatively easy. You just get scissors and you cut it off and you wrap it around the new filter. Which is what I've already done, because it's about a month that I've had that filter. So, oh, and one other thing I'm pretty sure I mentioned, I may not have. When you get the water from the tap to add to the tank, I mean, granted, while, you know, you have a heater in your tank, you still want to try and make sure the tap water is almost the same temperature as the tank water. I try. Sometimes I'm way off. If I forget, it's a lot to remember changing the tank. But if I forget, it's alright. They're pretty hardy fish. That's one good thing about having fish that are durable. These fish takes a lot to kill them, pretty much. So, but I do try to match the temperatures as best I can. You don't want it to go into shock or anything. And I'm almost done filling water. Don't get me wrong, maintenance of a tank can be a pain. It's actually a little easier when you have a bigger tank. But having a 10-gallon, it can be difficult. And I'm just getting water everywhere, so I gotta put the towel down. Okay. Don't know how much more water I can get in here, but we're gonna see. I mean, this video is at 5 minutes, so this is going to be difficult. Once they're long, it doesn't let me send it. I might have to put it online and edit it that way, which can be really